Bishop, but again, when the Minister of Finance uses price of rice as economic indicator or as a growth of economy, it shows our level of, our lack of understanding of economic indicators. There is no known textbook anywhere in the world. There is no economic theory, and there's no intellectual conversation anywhere in the world that reduces or uses price of rice or food item as a measurement indicators of economic growth. And I am asking, wait a minute, when we reduce indicators of economic growth to governance performance to price of rice, what are we doing? But Bishop, you will be surprised to know that even in the conversation or the communication around this narrative, the government is not really telling the people what it did. The government just allowed importation of rice that has led to the drop of the price of local rice. It is not that the government had done any serious thing about the way about its economic policies. And the government is not really communicating to the people that what has happened is that the Nigerian market is being flooded by rice. And I am saying, Bishop, I feel very uncomfortable that the Minister of Finance, the Nigerian elite, our governance measurement indicator is not based on the amount of job we create. We are not talking in terms of industrialization discourse. We are not talking in terms of our growth regarding technology and innovation. We are not talking in terms of basic infrastructure. We are not talking in terms of global competition, even within continental competition within Africa. We are talking about the price of rice. The price of rice that is still as 55,000-60,000 in a country where minimum wage is 70,000 naira. We are not talking in terms of provision of basic infrastructure in terms of housing. We are not talking in terms of electricity. We are not talking in terms of transportation. We are not talking in terms of general infrastructural provision. We are talking about in terms of rice as a measurement of economic indicators. The question therefore becomes, what really is wrong with all of us, Bishop? And this is my worry. And I think that we shouldn't reduce conversation to this kind of, we shouldn't reduce Nigerian growth and development to trivial conversation that is talking about the price of rice. It is the emergence of APC government that has led Nigerians to begin to look at price of food as a major economic indicator or as a major indicators of governance performance. So at what point in time did we allow governance, our standard, to go so low that the government officials are so proud to use price of rice as an indicator, as economic indicator, as an indicator of governance performance? Bishop, what really is going on, please? The Nigerian state, we need to reverse this symbolic collapse. Because and again, reversing this symbolic collapse, require more than price control. That is what it is, or subsidy politics. It demands a return to development communication that reconnects policy outcome to human welfare. Citizens must understand how how government decisions translate into food security and income stability and local productivity. This is what I'm saying. Nigeria needs to redefine. Nigerian state needs to redefine governance performance beyond survival metrics. Economic reform must prioritize smallholders farmers, rural markets, and local value chain. Not just foreign investment headlines. This is what I'm saying. When the citizens begin to see improvements in their daily realities, they will no longer need to consult the price of rice to know whether the economy is performing or not. And Bishop, what I want to say is that the price of rice has become an economic indicator in Nigeria. It's not merely a metaphor. It is a verdict. It tells of a state where governance, communication, policy formulation, and public trust have all collapsed into subsistence logic. And I think that until governance returns to the fundamental of improving citizens' livelihood, the market price of rice will remain the most trusted economic index in Nigeria. And I'm saying, Bishop, that is not acceptable in any known country that is serious about growth. And I am saying, I am not only blaming Tinubu government for this. I am saying that Nigerian leaders have failed to really understand what really ought to be. And we have moved beyond their colonial mentality use of GDP as economic indicators. Now we are now using price of rice as a measurement of economic indicator. And I'm saying that my greatest worry is that this kind of conversation, this kind of pronouncement is coming from the country's Minister of Finance. What is going on? Even the neoliberal conversation, even the neoliberal policies, they are relying as an engine of state economic direction, do not use price of rice as measurement of economic indicator. And I'm saying, wait a minute, why do we invent this abstract concept just because we want to make the government look good? And I am also worried that the citizens are also joining in this kind of elite narrative to look at price of rice as a measurement for economic performance. And I'm saying, wait a minute, before APC came on board, what was even the price of rice? And I think that the Nigerian citizens themselves need to rise up and begin to demand governance, because what we are seeing now, it's not governance. What we are seeing is we are jokers. We are just joking.